Today we're going to talk about the 7 sacraments. Now, we can't talk about all 7 sacraments in 3 minutes, but I do want to talk about what a sacrament is. I think sometimes we view the sacraments as nice rituals at important moments in our life. Baptisms, weddings. We go to Mass out of habit, and we get confirmed because we know we're supposed to. But have we really thought about why the sacraments exist? Let's go back to the very beginning of the story. Adam and Eve had everything they needed in the garden. We know they had perfect friendship with God. They had God's life in their soul. They had all the food they could want, and they had a perfect marriage. But they threw it all away. And the story of mankind is the story of us trying to get back to that friendship with God in the garden. How is that possible? The sacraments. The sacraments give us God's very life. They give us that life that Adam and Eve had and threw away. They give us that life that Christ died on the cross to give us. The sacraments are outward signs instituted by Christ to give grace. They're outward signs. This means that every sacrament can be witnessed. There's an invisible reality happening in the sacrament that we can't see because it's invisible. The giving of grace, the forgiving of sin. But there's a visible sign that shows that invisible reality is happening. So at baptism, I can't see the grace being given. I can't see original sin being removed. But I can see and feel and hear the water of the sacrament of baptism. We're not angels. We are flesh and blood. And so God gives us material signs with the sacraments. Just like Christ worked through things like clay to heal the blind man, he continues to work through those material things today in the sacraments. You know, each of the sacraments was instituted by Christ and given to the church. These things weren't just made up in the 3rd century. I can find in Scripture Christ speaking about the sacraments and instituting them, giving them to the apostles. And so in this way, the sacraments don't just give us God's life, but they also draw us into the mysteries of Christ's life. And so the sacraments are the way that we get through this life. You know, Christ told us that the road to heaven and the gate to heaven was narrow and hard. But he also told us that he would be with us always. And so the sacraments are our food for the journey. The sacraments are the way that God accompanies us on this journey and gives us his life to get through the journey when it's hard. Because we know we fall every day and we need his help. And that's what the sacraments give us. They give us that grace and life. You know, you can make a journey without maps and without food, but why would you want to? He's given us the sacraments to help us. And this is a little theology in 3 minutes. Hey friends, exciting news for you. My very first book is available from Ave Maria Press. It's called Opening the Holy Door, and it's scriptural reflections on the virtue of hope. It's the perfect way to celebrate this Jubilee year, as together we are pilgrims of hope. You can find the link in the description below or go to joanwatson.faith to order your copy today.